And we're live. Yeah. Okay. While people are hopping on, we're going to start with the pledge. And we need unity now more than ever, don't we? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. That's a round of applause. All right. So today we're doing pie crust, which, sometimes is a touchy thing depending on the humidity. So we're going to do our best, do this as quickly as possible so that y'all don't get bored while you're watching.
Under 20 minutes.
Under 20 minutes. So I have 3 cups of flour in the bowl. We've washed our hands. And with soap. Okay, so we've got this is my grandma's recipe, and
never fail pie crust.
As we narrate, and several people have said this is pretty dang good, just because. Well, I don't know. Because you're here. That's why it's pretty dang good. Yeah. Well, I was gonna say it's because your grandma took
hours and hours.
No.
And hours out of her day.
Champion pie at the fair. Yes, she got one of those big old rosette ribbons. Okay, so anyhow, we're going to do this. I've already got 3 cups of flour in here. Next to the recipe, you're going to hold this for me, hun. Yeah, you can see I've already got little flowers up here. Flowers, not flowers, but flour. Okay, and then the next ingredient is I buy my baking powder bulk style. Thank you, Sam's Club. Half a teaspoon of baking powder.
Ann says hi.
And you want to make sure, Ann says hi. Yeah. And make sure that it's sealed tight, because if water gets in there or any moisture at all, it'll ruin the whole container. All right.
Not good.
Not good, because then you end up with really, really flat cookies. All right.
Mine were flat that I made the other day.
I know. You did, but you did good. I'm proud of you for trying. And then 1 teaspoon of salt goes in. And then we've got 1 1/4 cups of shortening. Now, here's the deal. A lot of people use Crisco. This might be gross to some people, but my family uses lard because it seems to hold the pie crust better. So you don't have as much breaking and cracking. Yeah. So if you want to use Crisco, that's great if that's your preference, but we use lard. Family secret. It's obviously not a secret anymore. Not like Bush's baked beans. Not like Bush's baked beans, huh? Okay, so scrape that off in there.
You know what? We could change the recipe a little bit.
We could. We did.
Put brown sugar.
Brown sugar instead of white sugar? That might be kind of good. What are you aiming at here?
You.
Yeah, do you know that? Okay, so we got that in there.
Yeah, because I was like...
Okay. It looked like he had that phone just all over the place. Okay, so while we've got the shortening in there, before you add the rest of the wet ingredients, you can go ahead and...
mix it.
Yeah, so it looks like... Ooh, see? There's the poofing of the flour.
I don't think they can see it on the camera. We'll try to change that.
Okay, and you just make it into little pea-sized pellety things. I don't know what the technical term is. Now, if you don't have a mixer, that's fine. You can use a fork. You can use, a pie dough thing. But I will say this, a regular mixer like he's trying to show you, probably not stout enough to do that. Okay, hold this for me again, because we got this next process. This is also kind of a trade secret right here, because this is
water.
5 tablespoons of water. But vinegar.
Whoa.
I know. You didn't see that coming, did you?
No.
All right. Vinegar. 1.
That was scary.
That wasn't scary.
That was really scary.
I know you don't love the taste of vinegar. Nobody does, but it works in this case.
It's amazing.
Okay. So watch where you're pointing that thing, because people don't want to... Yeah. Super.
Our ceiling is gorgeous.
Okay, so, and an egg.
What?
Our lovely chickens have been
Laying.
doing great work. And then...
Oh, now it's yellow. No one.
Well, it's what it is.
I don't care.
Okay, not so close because they can't see. All right.
Now they can.
No, look, watch through there. Okay, so whisk it all together.
Now the water's gonna be early.
Mm-hmm. Eggy and watery
and vinegary.
Pull the camera back so that they can see better. Okay. And then that goes in.
Wow.
Now, you can't overmix it at this point because then you got a mess. And it just doesn't work as well.
Mess.
So one more time, I'm going to go ahead and scrape the bottom.
Because she does not
quit
like
flipping it around. He's getting...
you gotta get your wrist in shape.
Okay, so now... No. All right. Okay. How many times can I say all right?
Alrighty.
Okay. Oh, what happened?
It died.
Okay.
Oh.
So, it doesn't look like it's mixed super duper well, but... So you can see what they see. All right. But at this point, you've got to try and get all the stuff off.
Hey, that was your fault.
You got it too close. All right. Scrape off that. I can't imagine why that's not coming off. It usually does. It's probably because we're live here and it knows. And it's being a little bit difficult, just like my Sunny Boy is right now. He's shaking his head. Okay, we're done with that.
Yeah.
So we've got just this doughy kind of stuff down. I'm going to try and get it to incorporate just a little bit more. Back up the phone so that they don't have to get dizzy watching. Back up the phone. There. But you got to look through the viewfinder so you can see what people are seeing. You want to see what people are seeing in real life. But oh, man. We got technical difficulties, folks. Okay. We are almost there. Not so close. Not so close, Cruz. Not so close.
It is fine.
Like, seriously, I obviously I don't do this very often because he's sitting here wanting to look in the bowl instead of see where you're shooting, where he's shooting with the video. Okay. All right. So we are going to move this over here so we can roll these out. And we've got a handy dandy little sifter. And we've got a rolling pin. And we've got our flour. And this is where it starts to get a little messy. Yep. He was in the drawer. Put the camera over here. See? He's a little squirrely this morning. Doesn't really matter how much flour you use at this point. You just want enough in the sifter. Not so close. All right. If you don't have a sifter, that's fine. You can totally use your hands for this. You just won't get as even of a spread. And since this pie dough is enough to make
a whole pie,
usually 2.5 pies, but if you make your crust really, really, really thin, it's sometimes enough to do 3 pies. But if you like open-faced pies, obviously you can do 4, 5. If you're into, he's a little squirrely today, guys. I don't know what to do with this. All right, so you're going to imagine, about what it is. Now, if you get it to this point and you decide, I don't want to make pie right now, you can wrap it in plastic wrap and you can put it in your refrigerator for later. But
for 100 years.
Not for 100 years. Like
for 100 hours.
4 or 5 days max.
See, for 100 hours.
Okay, hours. He switched it. Not so close. You're gonna have to back up so people can see. I came over here looking for this little gadget because that's super duper handy for me.
Beautiful.
And we've got our
Whatever you want to call
pie
it.
plate. All right. Why don't you come over on this side? I hope people aren't getting super dizzy. Okay. Right there. Look through the
I want to stool now.
phone. People, the technical difficulties this morning are real. So we're going to go start from the middle. And then in order to get it round, you got to keep pushing out from the middle. From the middle. Did you know that the same technique works if you're making sugar cookies? Starting from the middle. And that way, you don't push as much dough from one side to the other.
And you know what we should do? Is make sugar cookies.
Make sugar cookies? That does sound kind of yummy.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's where I leave this. Don't zoom it in. Just leave it out. Here's where I leave this. Right in the middle. Here's why. I get less breakage if I can flip it over onto my rolling pin and then lay it.
Now it has a little, whatever these things are called.
I don't know. I don't know where you're going with that. I can't even pretend where you're going with. It's okay. It's okay. So gently pat it down into the bottom of the pan. Whoops! I got a little bit of a tear, and then it's okay. We can fix that
By slapping it and calling it.
and then just leave that piece because we got to make another layer. So I'm putting the flour back in because we want to have a top to our pie crust today.
Yeah.
One more time, we're going for the top. You probably don't need quite as much dough this time.
Yeah.
Sprinkle a little flour on the top so that
I'm
the rolling pin doesn't stick. Are you watching what they're watching?
Yeah.
Okay. Rolling. I'm trying to make this quick so that
You don't have to
don't
be
get
bored.
too bored.
And you kind of.
Did I tear it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens. I'll show you how to fix that in just a second.
By slapping it and calling it good.
No. Okay. Here's a little piece that's going to cause problems.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Back in there.
So, I feel like that's probably about what we need, where we need that for right now. And the top needs vents.
Yeah.
So that it doesn't
Overheat.
overflow in the oven. Some people like to make little hashes. Some people like to make little X's.
Or
Some people like to take little tiny cookie cutters and make hearts or whatever on there. Whatever you like. Maybe it depends on the holiday.
Ooh.
For Valentine's Day, you can put hearts.
So, guess what? We had to do eggs and butterflies and so
Easter.
many. Yeah.
Okay, good luck finding all those things.
Yep.
All right. And my grandma would positively cry if she knew I was using a can for this because she took pride in growing her own pie cherries, and then we'd sit there and pick cherries for hours, and our hands would end up being stained red from all the cherries.
Guess what? Our cherry tree isn't.
I know, our cherry tree is being a little slow, but in the interest of time, we're doing this. So, and
That's
I
a
had
lot
just a
of
little bit of dough
cherries.
still on my...
You know what we should put on this?
What?
Ice cream.
Ice cream?
Yeah, and guess what?
Cherry pie a la mode. You just learned French today. A la mode. Okay.
Let's call that not a word.
No, that's totally a word. Ask him. Is a la mode a word?
Is Alejandro a word?
No. A la mode. A la mode.
I don't care.
He was watching American Idol last night, and Alejandro came to sing. So that's where he comes up with that cherry pie a la mode. All right, here's the trick. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Take your 2 washed fingers.
Whoa.
Here, water acts like glue. So if you make a little bit of a mistake, It's totally okay.
You got some water for some glue.
We're gluing it together. All right.
You know, we have actual glue.
We don't need actual glue. It's not edible.
Yeah, it is.
No. Okay.
If you want to live.
Now, you do your best to get this centered so that when you lay it down, you don't have to move it. And of course, that was kind of a
hassle.
We kind of made it to the middle. Kind of not. It's sort of off. Okay. But then you take your hands. And just like that.
You have.
Boom.
Perfect raw pie.
The perfect raw pie. Here's the next thing. If you want to, like, make it super fancy, okay, watch this. You make little crinkles. I know, don't let this blow your mind. Whoa. Little crinkles.
Everybody in the comments put blowing my mind.
Blowing your mind.
Especially Cruz's.
Okay. Oh, especially Cruz's Alejandro instead of Alamode.
Alejandria.
Okay, next trick. Next trick to get this nice golden crust.
I think it needs stitches.
If you have cream,
use wheat.
Cream, but we don't.
We have milk.
We have milk.
But so Blaze will drink that in a day.
Blaze likes to drink his milk, doesn't he? All right, so you can either carefully just trust yourself to pour over the pie. I know. And spread it around. This is the trick to the golden crust, guys. Okay. Getting that a little bit.
It looks nice.
And then if it's an apple pie, which this isn't.
It's a cherry pie.
It's a cherry pie. If it's an apple pie, you can do a little cinnamon sugar on the top.
Let's do that.
Can people see it? Or where are you holding the phone? Are you looking through the phone?
Yeah, I can see it.
And then a little sugar. I know. Another mind-blown moment, right?
Yep.
And then, according to Grandma's recipe,
Brittany,
you stick it in the oven at 350 degrees.
Brittany says I need to work on my photograph skills.
You do.
I know where you live.
Oh no. We're not doing threats. 350 degrees until it's kind of a golden brown. Now, if you've got raw fruit in there, it's going to take 40-50 minutes. If you've got already canned fruit in there, it might only take 30-35, so you're just going to have to kind of watch it. If you see the center get bubbly between the cracks, it's time. It's time. So, we're going to do that.
Bubble.
And then I'm going to wipe off my hands and we're going to sing our song. Because remember, we started doing Bicycle Built for Two yesterday.
It's called a tandem.
It's called a tandem bike. That's the technical term. Okay. Walk with me, Cruzy Pie.
I'm pretty sure.
Operation Face Mask. Yes, Operation Face Mask. Okay. Has overtaken my dining room. So, we got... Is Daisy Bell.
Remember that?
Oh, yeah. He's got to show off his bunny. All right.
That's not mine. That's yours.
Oh, that one was mine. Well, technicalities. So, I couldn't find any regular paper downstairs left anymore, so we used scratch paper. So if I hold it here, you're going to see the print through. So you're going to have to come over on this side. All right. So yesterday we started with Daisy Bell, or Bicycle Built for Two. You got to look through here, work on your photographing skills like Brittany says. Okay, so we've got, start here. Daisy, give me your answer due. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. It won't be a stylish marriage, I can't afford a carriage, but you look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle built for two. One little stinger note at the end, just wait. Yeah.
Great, bring me pie.
I don't know. We charge extra for deliveries.
Yeah.
Okay.
Over $1,000.
Oh, wow. Inflation
Per
just
cherry.
went up. Per cherry.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right. Sing it with me this time. Here's the intro. It's like a broken record, folks. It won't stop. Okay, so that's our tutorial for today. Your challenge today. You know what? I'm wearing shorts today. I'm hoping.
Run a mile.
Oh, yeah. So that was what my challenge was going to be. Hopefully, y'all can run
it right for once.
8 to 10 minutes today because the weather's supposed to be nice. So get outside. I know it's kind of cloudy right now, but I watched the forecast and it's supposed to be really, really nice later. So, challenge is to try and run 8 to 10 minutes. Post down below when you get it done. Haley, I expect that from you. I see you watching. And see you later. Tomorrow, if you've got something that needs to be fixed, like my son has a hoodie with the hoods coming off. So we're going to translate those button sewing skills I showed you the first day, and we're going to stitch or mend.
That was the second day.
He keeps all these days straight. I don't keep all these days straight.
I have a brain.
He has a brain. I don't like what he's implying. Okay, so tomorrow we're going to teach you how to mend like a pocket or like a hoodie or something like that. So it'll be really easy, I promise. So come back tomorrow. See you soon.